Guys, welcome back to the Lone American Podcast. It is Wednesday, August the 5th. We are almost done with 2026. And the crazy thing's going on. Do we strike Iran or we don't? The manipulative game that Donald Trump has been playing with Iran and the Strait of Hormuz and the war and stuff like that. People seeing right through it. This is like the 100th time that we got a peace deal coming, 60-day ceasefire, and I'm tired of the bullshit. We're also going to go on government run grocery stores. I keep saying you got communism is here. America has always been, well, it's always was a socialist like country, or the welfare state, or the corporate welfare to just the individual welfare. We're taxed to death, and our taxes, if you're a hard working person like myself and like yourself, your hard-earned taxes money go to low-life bums or corporation of greed of our rich individual elites or overseas. Either way it go, we're already a socialist country. Full-on communism is coming. The youth, Gen Z, Gen Alpha, millennial, young millennials, they have no future but communism. It's here. There's the reason why we have all these immigrants here, open borders for the last 5, 6 years. It's going to happen. We're in a recession now. The economy is basically dead, guys. It's dead. If you can't keep up with the elites, it's over. It's over for all of us. And this is a strong indication of a recession and how bad the true economy is. Even though Trump's already in the golden age of America, prices are coming down. We know that's full of crap. He's full of crap. Can't believe a word that man said. He's a snake salesman, selling snake oil. He's full of shit. And he's not in charge anyway. He's no better than Joe Biden. He talk a little trash online with reporters and they pin him back to bed. This is Fox News here, guys. The Army is seeing one of the strongest recruitment comeback in years. Now, with a war with Iran, the Russia-Ukraine war, Middle East on fire, Brittany, a smart man would never go join the military, knowing there's a World War III possibly here. A man joins the army, woman as well, when they can't find jobs, stable jobs. The army, the military is a stable job, income, house, and food. When the youth, on the people under 30, 35, can't find stable employment to keep a roof over their head, food on the table, and benefits, they join the military. They're not doing it out of patriotically or love a country. Majority of people join the army because there's no effing jobs out here. And the jobs that we're supposed to have are going to immigrants, legal or illegal, whatever you want to call it. So Fox News is good. Oh, is everybody joining the army, man? Trump, no, patriotic, no. There's no jobs out here. There's no future.
Just a few years ago, the Army was struggling to meet its recruiting goals. Now it's already reached this year's target while exceeding retention goals. Infantryman Guadalupe Campos joined the Army 6 years ago when he was 18 and just extended his service.
I
Yeah.
wanted to do my due diligence.
And 6 years ago, the reason why he re-enlists, most people, majority, 80% of people only do their first enlistment. So him to re-enlist, he already know it ain't much out here. If I get out, ain't no guaranteed job, ain't guaranteed nothing. I might as well stay in. I was the same way too. 2008, 2009, I was in the Navy too. I was trying to stay in as long as I could. But then they started cutting money, cutting the funding and stuff. Democrats, Obama did that. Otherwise, I'd have did 20 years myself. I came in 2005, United States Navy. But same time, what's going on now, like I said, yeah, crash the economy to make the military. Yeah, they crashed the economy, got the economy back because they need boots on the ground. They don't. Trump doesn't want to implicate the draft. He want people coming voluntarily because we have a voluntary force. He know if they implicate the draft, they're gonna have World War, Civil War in their hands. So kill the economy, inflation, raise the prices of everything, inflation. The Fed is putting in trillions of dollars since yesterday as well into the economy. So inflation, cost of that living, cost of food, everything go up. No real jobs out here, no stable jobs out here. Now people run to the recruiting stations. Now I can fill my army up and we can have boots on the ground for Iran. It's not a secret, guys. That's not the secret. It's not rocket science here. Kill the economy and the youth and stuff like that. Don't want calling with social. We need to get rid of them anyway. Like I said, so all that is not for the American people. It's for it's for the benefit of the military industrial complex. Simple as that. But Alex Jones says that what's coming.
The perfect thing would be a nuclear false flag. Trump
Yeah, something big is
assassinates,
happening.
gets assassinated, is blamed on Iran, something like that. Because Israel's too confident. The neocons are too confident.
Yep.
The globalists are too confident.
Yep.
It's like they know something's set up and ready. That's their ace card. You know they've got it, and I believe it's false flag.
False flag is coming. This year, next year, something major have to happen for they can justify and keep pushing what they're doing. I don't know if it's gonna happen before midterms or after midterm, but you can tell something's brewing. Something major is brewing in the background. Netanyahu came to the D.C., Washington during Lindsey Graham funeral. He was saying that the best meeting he ever had while being in D.C. They are all smiling, having a good time. Something major is happening. I want people to back a keep telling, be aware of your surroundings, where you're going on, get supplies, do what you need to do, because shit's going to hit the fan. These flock cameras, the surveillance state, it's not for our safety. It's for these evil bastards. It's for our government officials and the leaders' safety. So they can watch us because before we arm up and form up and go against them. It's not for our safety, American citizens. It's for our government officials, those doing the bullshit dirt and selling us out fucking safety. The surveillance state, the front cameras and shit, the data centers and shit. To track us, I know I will.
War. And so you look at all the cards of the establishment. We're at a make or break moment. A global awakening is happening. The perfect thing would be a nuclear false flag. Trump assassinates, gets assassinated, is blamed on Iran, something like that. Because Israel's too confident. The neocons are too confident. The globalists are too confident. It's like they know something's set up and ready. That's their ace card. You know they've got it, and I believe it's false flag. They can't use the pandemic to speak that backfired. What's left? Migrant flows, economic collapse, cyber attacks blamed on Iran. We've been predicting that. Now it's happening. Is it real? Is it Iran? I don't think so.
Yep. Cyber attack in Minnesota and the Midwest, all the water supply systems up there. The media trying to blame all around us hacking our water supply and stuff. Even Trump said that's not Iran doing it. But false flag like that cyber attacks, internet, your data system, or we have a blackout, the grid go down, and they got something major gonna happen, guys. Have your shit, guys. I'm not just this is not black. This is not black pilling you have you scared. I need you prepared what's gonna happen. Either you're gonna be ready or not. You stay ready, you never have to get ready. Don't think nothing's gonna happen or this. Okay, cool. You think nothing's gonna happen? Cool. You don't need to get supplies and be prepared? Cool. But when shit hit the fan, don't come knock on my door because you're only getting a straight bangy bingy bang bang. And I done warn your ass. Don't come knock on my door when shit hit the fan because you thought it was a bullshit game or hope and the prayers of wizards and fairies and shit out here. You knock on my door when shit hit the fan, you're getting a shitty bang bang. I'm letting you know now.
7 states water supplies hit. Is that prepping us for something bigger? Is it a cyber attack that Klaus Schwab said will make COVID look like a minor inconvenience? Kyle Seraphin and then Harrison Smith on false flags.
So 100%, the false flag is the thing that my friends and I have been talking about, people that have been in the national security space. It's the, now it doesn't have to just be that our government or people that are interested in this outcome set it up. And I think you're correct. 9/11, letting it through October 7th style, which is the most plausible answer for them as well. It's like, just because you didn't set it up, you can be quiet and allow it to happen and get some value out of it.
Yep, because 9/11 should have never happened. Once those planes went off course and they realized something happened, the F-16 should have been scrambled to shoot those planes out of the sky before they even came near the skyline of Manhattan or the skyline. When any plane go off course and they can't radio in and nobody's hijacked or whatever, once that plane go off and alter course, they can't get that pilot to say what's going on, or can't get a clear answer what's going on, F-16s are getting scrambled to shoot that bitch out the sky. Them two planes that never hit the damn World Center Tower that never came close to the Manhattan skyline. So 9/11, all that shit was meant to happen. They allowed it to happen. Our government, those state officials, everybody who was in charge allowed it to happen to justify what we did the last 20 years in the Iraqi, Afghan shit bullshit war in the Middle East. I want people to wake up. You still believe they hijacked box cutters and those people with rags on their head did all that shit? I have a bridge to fucking sell you. Start using your brain, people. Start putting the dots together.
Sounds like that was maybe the same thing that happened at Pearl Harbor. So this is not a new routine. It seems like every 30 to 50 years we go through a thing where people have a certain sense, they have a certain awareness, and there's a great way to get America to be cohesive, to unify. And it's externalizing a threat. Whatever that threat is, it's irrelevant what it is. It actually doesn't matter at all. It can be the Chinese do, global grid takedowns. So we got to get the sons of bitches.
Yep. End of the day, guys, it's time to be prepared and ready because shit's going to get crazy out here. Let's take the next story here. Government-run grocery stores. Let's talk about this. So we got government-run grocery stores. Chicago failing. Madami trying to do it in New York City. This is community-run bullshit. But the people want communism. Young people don't want what we got because they saw capitalism. They saw the boomers take everything. Young people are pissed off. They want something different than what the status quo is. So socialist light and communism is totally different from the bullshit system that got them with nothing now. No jobs, illegal, no future. But communism, we already know ain't no future, definitely no future in that. But we can't tell people.
Proposals to having the government actually artificially lowering prices by using their general revenue funds to make those groceries, quote unquote, more affordable. The state looked at that here in Illinois and dismissed it because it's inherently flawed. It has failed everywhere it has worked because it doesn't recognize the realities of the marketplace. My name is Rob Carr, and I'm president and CEO of the Illinois Retail Merchants Association. Chicago has, on a number of occasions, tried to incentivize grocery stores to open in underserved neighborhoods. The most noteworthy example, I think, is having the Whole Foods open in Englewood. They received, over $100 million in subsidies and a police substation to stay there. And at the end of the day, that still couldn't work because the business model doesn't work. In the case of the Yellow Banana,
$100 million. Let's talk $100 million in government subsidies. That's basically taxpayer funded money going to open this to keep this store open. And it still failed. Where did the money go? $100 million and it still failed? That's what this communism is. It's not about helping the people. How many people took off the top of that $100 million? We know 50% of that went in NGOs on people's pocket or everybody in the top district pockets. So the money that did finally get to the store or supposed to run the store was already gone. So yeah, it was never meant to stay open longer. The people, NGOs, government officials, tax officials, or state officials, they all took off the top of that $100 million. So what really went, it's like any capital or any communist system. The top gonna get their cut, and what's left going down, the crumbs going down to the bottom of the people. At least in capitalism, you have a chance to come out of the poverty. Capitalism, socialism, you don't. If you're not part of the club, you will never be part of the club. You will stay in the gutter. But can't educate people that they wasn't been educated, never would be taught shit.
They were working, but over 50% of the customer base is on SNAP. The federal government cuts SNAP, and the SNAP cuts are somewhere between 20 and 25%, depending where you're at.
Yep.
No grocery store, whether it's subsidized or not, can afford to have their core customer base, which if you're 50% of your customers are on Snap, that is your car customer base. You can't afford to have them lose.
The sad thing about it, if you a grocery store like Walmart, anything, you're dependent on food stamps to fund your grocery stores and stuff like that. It's already a failure. We failed. When we gotta cut food stamp and this welfare state and grocery stores and these stores gotta go out of business because they depend on people with food stamps, we're already a failed society. It's already effing over. And it's a sad thing about it. I don't think people understand the danger of what we into now. We are in the end game, guys. There's no going back. You can't put the toothpaste back into the tube. Pandora's box open. You can't reclose it and hope it doesn't go back to normal. The prices are not going down. We're not going back where it was 50, 30, 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago. The world I grew up in is gone. It's never coming back. Embrace what's going on in the future and be prepared, or you will be tossed on your ass in the streets for nothing. It's simple as that. Now, I'm done letting people know. Wake up. I want people to wake up and realize what's going on. Now, the tariffs. Let's talk about the tariffs. I talk about the tariff refund that went back to the corporations and not the people. This is what pissed me off more than anything. The people paid the fees and the extra costs for the tariffs that Trump administration in place on these corporations. But now, the Trump administration have doled out over $100 billion in tariff refund. But the American people are suing U.S. companies for not seeing a penny of the yes, the American people paid for this. But we the people don't get the refund for paying the extra price. The corporations did. That was bullshit. This is what you asked me. Trump got him and his friends more money. Got the rich got richer, the poor got poorer. Most of the available pool of tariff revenue have been distributed back to U.S. companies, but the American consumers are still looking for their share of refunds. As of the end of July, about $100 billion in tariff refunds was sent to the U.S. Department of Treasury to be dispersed to approved importers, according to the Tuesday filing to the U.S. Courts of International Trade. The total is about 60% of the 166 billion in revenue collected from import taxes under the International Emergency Economy Power Act, which was struck down by the Supreme Court in February. Some U.S. consumers, however, are getting antsy that they haven't seen any of that sum reach their wallets. Last month, New York resident Tasha Jones filed a class action lawsuit against discount retailer Five Below, claiming it failed to return the tariff refunds it received to customers who actually paid for the levies. Johns argued, alleged that Five Below passed down the cost of the tariffs to consumers through increased price and was able to exceed its profits, seeing a 22.9% year-over-year increase in net sales to 4.76 billion in 2025. Though these prices increased, according to the lawsuit, Five Below have not confirmed whether they have applied for or received refunds through the U.S. Customs and Border Protection, or is intending to pass down the refund to the consumers. The complaint demands injunction relief and award of actual damage to the class members, but did not include the proper size of the class or specific magnitude of damages. The money that defendants customers pay as a result of the inflate prices related to the tariff rightfully belong to the plaintiff in the class, the complaint says. Defendants have not returned the money, nor have they represented that they have any intention of doing so. Five Below did not immediately release the respondent to full requests for comments. And like I said, this is Five Below. This is Ford article here. AB Corporation, Apple, I think got $2 billion. Amazon got $600 $1 million. All these major corporations got millions, if not billions of dollars returned back to them. And the American people should have got the money back because we the ones who pay the extra fee and cost of the products and goods because of the tariff that was in place. If you actually the Trump administration or every American people, hey, if I can't return the money to the American people, you need to cut our taxes or say we don't pay tax the rest of the year, whatever the case may be. Something need to be done. Because this is all bullshit. You can't defend this shit. Nope. Not defend it one bit. I want my money back. But that's all I got for you guys today on the Lone American Podcast. Like, comment, subscribe, guys. Share the video because bullshit is coming. The truth shall be told.